Hi lovers, welcome to this channel. Today we'll be making this jacket. So we'll be needing this Ankara. A client's ordered for this jacket, send me the picture. So we need the lining, the bony, the hairstay, and the paper gun. So let's start measuring. This is the most important part of it. Remember to always iron before you measure. So we'll measure shoulder to her bust, which is 11. Shoulder to under her bust is 16. So we did 18 for her half length. She has a big tummy. She doesn't have half length like that. So shoulder to her full length 26. So we are going to remove 2 inches in front. You will see why we remove that 2 inches. We'll be needing it later. So we'll remove that 2 inches. Use your ruler to join the dots, our shoulder to bust, shoulder to half length, the shoulder. So join the dots of the 2 inches that we removed. Okay, so nipple to nipple, start from the measurement. Nipple to nipple is okay. Let's measure shoulder first, divided by 2 inches sewing allowance. Nipple to nipple divided by 2 plus half inches sewing allowance. Under the bust, 4 even to the measurement. If the person's nipple to nipple is 8, it's divided by 2, which is 4. Then 4.5 supposed to be on the bust there. Then under the bust, from under the bust, you start measuring half. You start measuring 4. You remove that half inch that you added. So let's join it with the shoulder and join the dots. So I have a detailed video on breast cuts. So let's get our cup 2.5 at the center, then on the half length, 2.5 under the bust. So you give a 2.5 down. You give you curve the bust to under the armhole this way, as you are seeing in this video. This shoulder, I measured my armhole 7 downward. I curved to it. I remove half inches to slant my shoulders. Okay, so now 3 inches is okay for this neck. Then we'll do, I did say it's better let her slant down because it's an open front. It's an open. You see, as I'm placing my ruler, I even left the mark I gave down and went down again because it's an open like a jacket. So now we'll go back to where we stopped. We measure round bust divided by 4 plus 3.5 inches allowance. Round waist divided by 4. Round waist divided by 4 plus 3.5 inches allowance. Measure minus that in 2 inches in front. Don't add that 2 inches in front. Yeah, measuring from the line in front. So the same thing, hip divided by 4, 3.5 inches allowance. You join the dots, you see, because the hip is always bigger. See how the curve came. Okay, so we'll join that dots down. Now that 2.5 inches we'll give to give this space. We'll divide it into 2 and mark to get our flare. Remember, it's a peplum top, but it doesn't have half cuts. It's cut together. So we'll join it because I'm going to add more peplum. This peplum is not enough. I just don't want to disturb my breast cuts, so that my breast cuts will fit her perfectly. I'm going to join another fabric in that flare now. So let's cut out our drawings. I hope you understand this. Okay, I added a flare again in front. This is the essence of putting that to 2 inches, that flare in front. See the flare in front. So let's cut our pattern. If you like what you're saying, please follow us and put on your notification bell, because we'll be bringing more on this channel. Don't forget to subscribe to us. Don't forget to when you are cutting this part, be very careful, especially that breast part. Once you make a mistake on somebody's breast cut, that's a major amendment. I like notching so that when I'm sewing, I won't have to look for where to join my breast, where is the breast point, because these drawings you will not see it then anymore. Careful as you're a learner when you are cutting this part. I notch my breast points and under the bust. Look at, see the front. This had the front. So we are going to join that flare in between. That flare in between is not enough. This place I'm cutting out now is not enough. So we are going to join the flare, more flare, like 2.5 inches flare again, or 3 inches flare safe is enough, depending on how you want it to flow. But with the picture, 3 inches flare. Look at it. I'm drawing out how the flare will come. Shift a bit and draw out again. We're going to join it with pin, cut it and sew it together, so that when we are cutting the back, it's the same flare that will be at the back. So it's time to cut the back. The only thing we need to is to add our neck. Our neck is not open this way, so we are going to do that 3 inches. Mark a straight line. Make sure we get that 3 inches we did on the neck, the wideness of the neck, 3 inches. You see, I place my ruler very straight. Later I will use tape to check if it's okay, if it's up to 3 inches. So it is not. I added plus sewing allowance, 1/2 inch sewing allowance. So I measured 1 inch or 1/2 inch downwards to get your high neck at the back. If you know how to cut your high neck at the back, 1 inch or 1/2 inch is enough, because that's the only thing you need at this center back. You cut out your sketch. Every other thing is the same. Cut it out exactly. There's not much work too by the back side, so we will still use the front side to cut the back side. Just remove the breast. We don't have breast at the back, as I always say. I use iron because of this video. I use iron to make it look straight, then pin it down and cut. That's the only thing we need here to remove that breast, to remove the breast curve. That's all for the back. Because the Ankara was not enough, I used 2 yards of Ankara. That's why I have to place it this way to cut it all out. But you have enough Ankara, like 3 yards, you can place it well to cut. So added our hairstay, cut out our hairstay, cut our paper gum, then gum all of them together. After gumming, this is what you get. So it's time to sew. You trim out the paper gum to make it look neat like this. I know as a beginner, this part of sewing is always difficult. Even when I was learning like 8 years ago or 10 years ago, no, like 10 years ago, this part, after cutting it, then come and sew it will be problem because of this coverage. So I always release my machine like you are doing gathers. Gather it a bit. I'm going to be bringing a detailed video on this unique technique, the easier way of sewing this breast cut. I gather it a bit like you see in this video. A bit, it's not like it's too much and it's not going to affect the breast. You will see when I iron it, you will see that there is no form of gathering. Nobody will know you did that safe. So I sew that part first, join it under the bust first, so before going to sew my down. That's anyhow you like. One thing with this our tailoring is how you understand it, you do it. How you understand it, because everybody is going to get the same results. As long as you are getting the result they gave you, it doesn't matter how you sew it. So let's just watch carefully. You see how I did it. I'm going to bring a video on this, a detailed video, not this fast. I notch to give, notch it to release it. Do you see how the breast curve? Did you notice any gather? No, very neat. So it's time to add my boning before covering with lining. This is the way you place your boning so that it will stand very well. If you place it the other way around, you will not get the results you want. The curve is going, you're going to sew on top of the curve like this, and I'm going to look at it. I will give to 2 inches down so that the embroidery designer will see a space to design, to see a space to place his design. And I cut it before the waist, under the waist, under the bust to down. That's how I got. I put the boning. It's supposed to come from under the waist, under the bust in front, down to the blouse length. So, but the blouse 2 inches before the 26, so that the embroidery designer will see where to place his or her own design like this. See, after putting it, you see how it's looking. So after joining my clothes with lining, then I measure shoulder to her bust, shoulder to her half length. I want to get my measurements and remove the excess I put. Then my measurement divided by 4. See, it's from that line, from the center line I measure to get my bust measurement divided by 4. If you measure divided by 2, it's giving me that 40. I think I have bust. The same thing goes with the waist divided by 4. I measure from the center to that part, so chalk it, center to this part, then draw down this way. Let's go and join it with the front. So I'm going to be showing you how you join the shoulders without first join shoulders before joining this side. So it's time to join shoulders. You pick the front with the back clothes. Then you see I moved the lining in front. That's all. This kind of Joining shoulder makes your work look neat as a beginner. So you join it. Remember, as you even saw, you are slanting your shoulder the way you were cutting, you slant your shoulder. If not, you will not like the excess you will see later. Okay, look at the back, look at the front. Very neat. That 2 inches excess, 2 inches we added for the shoulder measurement. We'll remove it. Her shoulder 14 divided by 2, 7. You give your armhole 7 downward. 7 down 2. Then you curve. Then you cut and deepen the front cut. After cutting it like this, because now you're cutting together the back and the front of the armhole. Then after that, you deepen the front with 1/2 inch or 1 inch inside, so that there will be no puffing on the bust line. It will not be puffy or this is our peplum top. So let's go and give our designer and look at how the designs, after giving the designer returning, this is how it came out. So you add your sleeves, and that is all for this. Please like, follow and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and bye.